You know, I think it's clear that this resolution is just not my cup of tea, but I can tell you if we followed the path that was just recommended, Republicans could drive us deeper into recession or even depression. You know, it's as if the Republicans who are here today wanted to start Halloween early because they keep trying to bring back to life, as if it were some zombie, the specter of debt default that has already caused us so many problems. Building on their earlier success in sowing panic and reaping fear in our global financial markets that contributed to the first ever downgrade of our nation's credit rating, these professional obstructionists are determined to keep trying to wreak havoc. As families are demanding action on the economy, a response to jobs, the Republicans instead are focusing on pandering to a small group of people for whom reality doesn't seem to make much difference. The problem is reality has a Democratic bias when it comes to this question of the economy and job creation. I think if the Republicans really want to help us close the debt gap, the best way to do that is to get this economy moving. An increase in economic growth will do more than any of the things that he just mentioned. Some amendment that might be approved years from now will do more to help us get the debt under control than most anything else. And of course, how do we end up with the debt that we have today? Well, much of it is directly related to the policies of the Bush-Cheney years when Republicans were totally ignoring the issue of debt. Unpaid wars, tax cuts based on the mythology that they would pay for themselves when they just dug us deeper into debt. And now we face the need to try to get our economy moving again. Their solution? Do less. Jeopardize the full faith and credit of the United States. I think one of the problems that we have here, and it afflicts the Democratic Party to some extent as well as the Republicans, but especially with our Republican colleagues, is that we've just got too many certified smart people here in Washington. They're so smart, they know what they know, they just don't know what the American people are experiencing. You don't have very many people advising about this economic recovery who ever had to drive a truck for a living. You don't have people who even had to worry about whether they could make their next truck payment. And you sure don't have people advising who've had their house foreclosed and had to move their family into a truck. But that's the plight that too many Americans face today. And we need to be responding to their legitimate concern that what we need to do is focus on the demand side of the equation and help improve demand and get this economy going again. I like the idea of focusing on our roadways, our trucks, our crumbling bridges and the like, building the infrastructure that will help American business as well as the people who would do that construction work. As we go forward, I believe that focusing on that infrastructure, our roads, bridges, our schools, focusing on what is happening inside our schools with so many teachers threatened with dismissal around the country with the cutback in state and local budgets. That's the kind of focus that can help get America moving and address the debt issues at the same time. I would urge my colleagues to vote no on today's empty political resolution so we can focus on what really makes a difference to working families across this country.